Welcome, City Skylines players and fans, back to Capital City. This is the airport project. We've got a couple more videos here directly related to the airport. And the last video here, we did some civil aviation hangars and some medium-sized hangars here. And then we also added a airline headquarters and a maintenance facility for the airline. Since then, I've done some detailing off camera. This took quite a while to do this. A lot of details in here. Even added a outside cafe on the second story of the airline headquarters here. Added another one over here, and just added a lot of details to the whole system. Put some details over here, not quite as many. Added some fencing and parking and that type of stuff. What we're going to do today is we are going to put this, fill this in, and as you saw from the thumbnail there, we're going to do the Aviation Museum. And we're not going to use just the standard museum. We are going to customize it and add to it and make it something worthy of this huge airport and worthy of the city at large. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Let's see, first thing we're going to do, we're going to put in another monorail stop. I'm thinking that's probably going to be over in this area right here. And yeah, that works about right. So what we'll need to do is grab the monorail station, and we're going to use the station that sits beside the road, not the one that's on top of the road. And I'm going to use just the standard vanilla station instead of some of these other custom ones. Actually, it looks like I have two of them downloaded. This one just is a little bit more compact. I've used it over in the airport terminals because it kind of matched the architecture for the area. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that just to keep the aesthetics going for the entire monorail line for the airport. So we're going to use the Move It mod, and we're going to move this over to right here. And we're going to try to line this up, and that looks like that's pretty good. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and delete that. And then we'll just connect this. There we go. So the line is functioning again. Next thing to do, we'll go ahead and add a road. I rearranged this road here, and can't remember if I did this. I think I did it on camera. I may have did this off camera, where I ran the monorail line all the way along this road here. It just fit better, and then it also worked out better on this end to run it over here instead of close to the road here. I think it just fits in there better, and it works a lot better running over the road. But I do not want to run a road down here underneath the tracks. I want to run it parallel to the station over here. So we will grab just the standard road for now. Probably going to need to turn the settings off for this. No, that works. Yeah, very well actually. Good deal. I think that solves that. And then we're going to go ahead and I think we'll go ahead and put the airport museum in. I kind of have this planned out, and haven't really laid it out for, say, tile for tile or square for square, but I kind of have it planned out on what I want to do. Let's see. Put that. And let's go right here. There we go. And good deal, that's green. You get a random color, blue, and a bunch of other ones. One thing I did do ahead of time is I did create these two procedural objects over here that it took forever to get to green. So I went ahead and did that ahead of time and saved it, so that way I had it. So I didn't have to do it on camera, because it literally took probably 25 minutes or so to get a green one to come out, because once you turn it into a procedural object, like if I turn this into a procedural object, the color changes. So it was a matter of just messing with it until I was able to get it to change to green. The reason why I wanted these in a procedural object is because I wanted to expand the museum. I'm not a big fan of this plane sticking out of the back of the museum. Just not a fan of it. Not my choice. Some people probably think it's cool, which is completely fine. It's just not my thing. So we're going to go ahead and cover that up, and then we're going to go ahead and there we go. We're going to go ahead and put another one on the end here. And we'll try to line this up a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty straight there. Good deal. So we're going to go through. Then what I think we'll go ahead and do is we'll add a road going up this direction. I don't think we'll take it this far up, but we'll go ahead and add there's a tram road. I definitely do not want tram down in this area. There we go. So that looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and grab parking, and we want a pretty good sized parking lot through here. So I'm thinking maybe the 2020. Let's see here. I think that's one of the larger lots I have. Let's take a look at this one. Let's see. And this one has lights on it, so I think we're going to go ahead and lights. Yeah, I like that. And then what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and switch this road to this plain road, just to make it like part of the parking lot. And then we'll probably drag that down a little bit, but yeah. And then just basically we need to paint in some concrete. There we go. And then one thing that really drove me crazy on this airport museum, aviation museum, was there was no doors on this thing. I think these were supposed to be hangars at one time, maybe. Maybe these were hangar doors, and they replaced it with glass, and then replaced it, either this is the hangar or replaced it with something, I don't know. But there's no doors on this, so what I was thinking was, I'm going to get a growable building, preferably a either a dense, although I don't know, dense might be too big. Didn't really have any in mind. Ooh, yeah, that's too big, so let's go to definitely a low density building. Let's see. Well, I'm not having any luck with this, so we may have to go to the workshop and find something and then come back to this. It's way too large. It's going to be too large, too. Wow. What happens if you turn this into a procedural object? Exactly what I wanted to do. Alright. So let's see if... Ooh. Maybe the wrong one. If maybe we can turn this... Yeah, I kind of like that. It's kind of unusual. It's a little weird. But I kind of like it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Yeah, I kind of like this. So we can get it exactly... Well, the doors aren't on there straight. Because it looks like this door, that door is lined up directly with this line. But these two aren't at the same place, so... we'll... I wonder if the building in real life is like that. That's the reason why they built it like that, or created this asset like that. Yeah. Yeah, I want to leave that like that. Now, let me know in the comments what you guys think of that, because I kind of like it. That is the office level 12 rotunda, I think is what they're trying to say there. So I'm not sure if that's a real building or whether that's just something somebody came up with, but it is downloaded. I do know that it is a downloaded building, but yeah, I like that. So we'll do that. Well, now that I messed up the museum itself, now I'm gonna put these things back in order, which should not be that big of a deal, but well, I seem to be having difficulty with this. So maybe at a different. No, that works. I think we're good there. And then that one just barely needed moved, so we're fine on that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to, well, let's do some detail work here first. I'm going to change this. Yeah, that works. And then we'll just paint in. I think what we'll actually do is take a path, and for some reason it takes a minute to load these the first time you use them. Here we go. Took just a bare concrete path and run it along here. And then we may have to pull this back a little bit. We'll do that, but I do want to move it forward to the crosswalk, even though there is technically one right here. You can't see it because this plain road doesn't have any markings, but it is there. And then I'm doing this so that way, yeah, we're going to pull this all the way back. So this is one slab of concrete, but it gives the pedestrians off of the monorail multiple paths. They can walk on the sidewalk, or they can use that pedestrian path to the crosswalks, whatever they want to do there. And then also the museum needs the road too, so if I eliminate that road, the museum needs the road. So we'll have to leave that on there. Okay. I think because this was gravel right there, I'm going to go ahead and take this all the way to concrete. Now I'm thinking maybe we could put, build like a dumpster area here, like a trash collection area here. Is probably what we'll do. And then just hide it behind fencing and stuff like that. I think that will be perfect there. The other thing, I want to do a little bit of decorating here in the front because these things are kind of plain. So I think I want to use these curbs. Yeah, I'm thinking these curves here. Wonder if that'll fit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it fits pretty close. It's a little off, but it's not too bad. Then if you hold the shift key down, get another one in the same orientation. Now what we're going to do is add an oval to the front of this. and then maybe add some bushes. And I'm just going to use these prop bushes instead of the actual trees. Put 4 of them across here. I think will work just fine, yeah. Alright. And then, yeah, I think that's really all we need. I'll probably add some more stuff later. Obviously, I need to add some something to these sides here for these trees here. I'm not sure what we'll do, but I'll mess with it and do something with the side here for these trees. This side's really a problem. Ran into this before because of that kiosk there. Creates a real issue as far as creating something for that tree to be in. But we'll mess with that. We'll leave that right there for now. So pedestrians can get off the monorail and get onto this pedestrian path, or the road I think is close enough that they will jump directly over to the road and walk on the sidewalk until they get over to the crosswalk, and then they'll cross, and then hopefully go into the building here somewhere right here. Okay, so we're going to leave that building like that, and then I downloaded a bunch of aircraft assets because I think I just liked there to be more to this museum, even though it's a little unrealistic for some of these aircraft to actually be outside. They're not gonna store any of these aircraft, even on display in display models and stuff. They're not gonna store them outside, just because some of them are too fragile and others too valuable. But it's a game, so we're gonna go with it, and we'll the eye candy for it. So that's what we're gonna do. And honestly, what I'm doing right now is just creating paths. There is no rhyme or reason for this on what I'm doing. It's kind of creating paths, hoping that I will be able to get the aircraft to fit in these paths that I'm creating. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why I don't want that at an angle. I want that to be a straight 90 degrees there. There we go. So let's see here. And then maybe bring this one straight back this way. These props that I downloaded are fairly large. Scale of them are so. So let's start playing with these a little bit and see what we can find. Okay, so we'll go back to downloads. Okay, so these are all the military planes, and then obviously I have some civilian ones down here that I wanted to include too, because I wanted to match the airline, because I'm thinking maybe the Capital Airline company maybe sponsors the museum. Maybe doesn't pay for it all outright, but maybe sponsors it through the year or something like that. So I'm thinking they would be heavily heavily influenced or heavily have a say in what planes go there. Maybe they'd have a lot of their planes and stuff there. So, so I'm thinking we'll go ahead and just put these in that matches the planes over there, and then I think we're going to put the civilian planes on this side, and then as we get closer to the other side, we'll go to the military. Because the civilian, they're really, well, there's a few. There's a few I want to put down, but so I'm thinking these would all be, well, that's not the one I wanted. That's the one I wanted. No, that's that one. There we go. 777, which is one of the newer planes. I very well doubt that any of these 777s are actually in a museum anywhere yet, because they're way too valuable to be placed down anywhere. Yeah, I'm thinking this one. Right here. And I'm wanting to use this one because it's an L1011, and I don't have any other L1011s there. There, I like that. Alright. I think that's all the civilian airliners that I think I want to place. Maybe place this plane here. There we go. And then I think I do want to put down some civilian aircraft. Just in this area here. Most of those we're going to have to go to the props to get here. I get my inspiration for this museum from the U.S. Air Force Museum in Dayton, Ohio. If you're ever in that area, highly recommend it. It's free. Doesn't cost a thing to get in, but it's definitely worth the journey to go over there if you're anywhere close. But it's mostly indoors. You're not walking around outside or anything there. It's all indoors. But like I said, can't really do that inside the game here. So we're gonna make all these sit out on the lawn here for us to kind of look at, and then think maybe do some helicopters. Where are we going to do some helicopters at? Maybe do the helicopters right here in this area. And I've just got a few of those. I don't have very many of them. I think I only have like 4 maybe. Something like that. Not very many. I don't even see where the 4th one is. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So I think that's all the helicopters I even have. Not very many at all. And then we'll move on. I think I was wanting to do some of these World War II fighters, like right up front. And these are the older ones. They're actually assets that use the Aviation Club. So you can set them up to fly out of the Aviation Club. So I wanted to use the P-51. And there's another version of the P-51. They actually look very similar, but the paint schemes are a little bit different. And then there is another version right here, yeah. And I was going to do that because I had three different versions of the same plane. So I was wanting to do like something right down. I don't know if that's the center, but something like that. And then maybe make this entire square World War II. So we'll do. I don't see any of the other World War II planes here. Here is a. This is a C-47 Goonie Bird. Is the what it's called? It's like a cargo plane, kind of like the new C-30s or the Galaxy C-5 Galaxy. They used to carry cargo and everything in World War II. So we'll put that one there. And this is a legendary B-17. And let's see. I don't want a B-52 yet. This is a World War I fighter. So maybe we'll put it there. I couldn't find any more of those of that era. So we'll put those on there. Let's see here. Here's some more World War II fighters or planes. That's B-29. No, B-24. B-24. And then we have another propeller plane that maybe I don't. Just thinking that there was another one. Okay, well, then we'll go into the modern day stuff. AWACS, and we got an F-22. That's the P-51 we've already put down. F-4, so let's see where we're at on room here. Yeah, we still got plenty of room. So I'm thinking maybe we'll put a AWACS, because it's kind of like an airliner, with a bunch of radar and stuff on it. We'll put it right here. And maybe right there. Yeah. And then I have, I believe it is a, I'm not sure if it's a Chinese version or a Russian version. Yeah, it looks like it's Russian script, so I believe it's a Russian AWACS. Yeah, the star, it's a Russian. So we'll put that on that side. So yeah, and then maybe I got a couple Russian MiGs. So we'll put a MiG here, and this is CV-25. Sure, I assume this is. Yeah, it has a star, so I assume it's a Soviet plane also. This is like Cold War era stuff, so we'll place that down there. So then I'm thinking, oh, this is that other plane I was looking for. There we go. So then we'll go ahead and put maybe a F4 here, and yeah, that's good because they have the same paint scheme. So we'll go ahead and put the. I think this is a C-130. Yeah, C-130. And then we'll put a this is an F-16. We'll go ahead and put it down here. And then F-15. These are all American fighters. And then a F-18. YF-20 or no, F-22 fighter. Make sure I got the right versions of all of these with the wheels on them. Yeah, okay. And then we have one more missing. Oh, the A-10. There we go. And this is a EF-200 or EF-2000. I believe that is a European fighter plane that several countries in Europe use. Maybe like Germany, France, Spain. I'm not sure who all uses it, but it's very capable up there with the American fighters. Let's see, now where are we at on space here? Actually, we may need to cut some of this out because we may not have enough room or enough props to work on this. Well, here's a C5. This thing takes up a massive amount of room. This is a cargo United States Air Force and NATO cargo plane. Uses a huge profile there. And then there is another one called this one here, which is a C-17, which is another large cargo plane here. So I'm thinking that right there. So that just leaves us basically the bombers, which the B-52, which we can put that. Right there. And then the B-2 stealth bomber right there. And then the F-17, F-17, which even though it has an F for a fighter, it's technically still a bomber. It's just a smaller bomber. Put it right there. And then I think we have them all. I think we have all the props that I have. Oh, here's a helicopter, a military helicopter. I guess we'll put that in. It's kind of the brown color and everything with those, so I guess we'll put that in there with that. Alright. Well, we're way over the 30-minute mark, but that's okay because we've been doing some detailing. There is one more thing that I'm going to do that I wanted to do on camera. Is I'm going to create an access road here and create a decoration. We're going to go I think it should be large enough. And we are going to create, move this and slope and slope. There we go. And I'll clean this up a little bit. But the main purpose I was doing this is I'm going to, you're not going to be able to turn right here. This is a left turn only here. And then these people would come down and turn left right here. And then actually this road here, well, actually we'll do it this way. I was just going to turn that into a 2-lane road. We'll just switch that. Yeah. So then each side has a turn lane. And then we'll eliminate the visuals on a crosswalk there. So that looks pretty good there. What I was wanting to do, on camera, I was wanting to do this decoration here. We are going to take, and I've done something similar to this before, but not for a aircraft museum. It was a similar deal, one of my other builds, before I started doing YouTube. So there's no camera footage of it, but I wanted to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a let's see if I can find the wall that I was looking for. Is that it? That is not. Oh, there's all those planes. Well, we'll just use find it. There, that's what I was looking for. Concrete wall, 8 foot. And what I'm going to do here is just going to take this. Put a bunch of them together here. Try to get them as close as possible to lined up. As long as you have them relatively close, it's not that big of a deal. But then grab them. Okay, I'll go through and detail it later, but go through and grab them, and I think it shows up as a prop, yeah, and raise them to about that height there. Make sure that's correct there. Yeah, about 13 feet, give or take. And then what I'm going to do is go through and find a plane here. Which do we want to use? What are we going to use? Let's use the F-22. That is one of my favorite planes. And I want to get one that is a flight version. It doesn't have any wheels on it. They're been tucked away. Place that right there. Grab that. Prop that, and then you've got an instant lawn decoration for your museum. And actually with this, I'll tilt it just a little bit, and maybe even move it a little over here. And may actually regret this before the end of the series here in Capital City, but I'm going to use a network, and yeah, just use a park fence. And create a fence, go around. Use move it to kind of get them into place. Follow the what you would imagine would be the sidewalks. There. And there we go. Alright. Yeah, I know that we went way over on time, but I wanted to detail this one a little bit more. I've been doing detail work a little too much off camera. I'm trying to get a little bit quicker on trying to do that on camera, but I don't want to make the videos too long here. But I think that works. We may tweak the position a little bit more, move it more towards the center, maybe get the point, the nose of the aircraft pointing here. But there we go. I'll add in some trees and maybe a cafe, some other things around. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If you have any suggestions or comments, please let me know. And also, another thing, if you think you'd like to see another type of plane up here on the decoration for the museum, let me know. I think I have a couple different, like the A-10, F-15, F-16, all of those I think all have flight versions that I could put up there. But hit that subscribe button for the channel, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for sticking with me through this longer video. Have a good day.